I'm Guillaume. I'm the founder and creative director at Compulsion Games. We're based in Montreal. So about the founding of Compulsion Games. It's a bit of a strange story, actually. I was approached by this Taiwanese conglomerate that wanted to start a studio in Montreal. 2 months before we were set to move, the financial crisis happened. The money evaporated overnight on the deal. And we just basically said, fuck it, let's just go and do it anyways with no money. So that's a little bit how really the studio started at the beginning.
My name is Whitney Clayton and I'm the art director at Compulsion Games. After university, I started applying to studios and Guillaume contacted me and I had applied thinking it was a studio because there was a website, but it was actually Guillaume in his house. And he did have a company, but it was very new and he needed someone to help him with the art direction for Contrast. Him and I just started working together.
Contrast is a 1920s film noir, a game where you play the imaginary friend of a little girl and you have superpowers. Your superpower is that you can walk around and at any point in time become your shadow and walk on shadow.
The fact that we were using shadows as the driving inspiration for the influences, which were like German expressionism, film noir, these kind of settings that were very influenced by shadows.
Our narrative director, Alex, and I, when we work together on our script, we like to tell stories that are a little bit closer to everyday emotional, concepts.
I'm Alex Epstein. I'm the narrative director and writer for Compulsion Games, which means if there's something narrative in the game, I wrote it. The narrative is about why do I do it? Why do I care? How am I going to feel if I fail? How am I going to feel if I succeed? We get emotions from story.
So I'm Sam Abbott. I am the Chief Operating Officer at Compulsion Games, which basically means I look after all of the stuff that you don't hear about publicly. So I joined Compulsion in September 2012. We have more of an evolving vision when it comes to understanding what our company culture is. We look at what works really, really well, what creates great art and great work, and then hopefully a great game. And then we say, how do we make that better? So we don't have a goal in 5 years we want to have X many people. It's not really like that. It's more saying, okay, how can we analyze what's working, what's not, and make this place better?
The vision's always been pretty simple. I want to work with great people who know what they're doing and who trust each other. And I think to me that's kind of the magic pudding that makes a team work or not.
If I have to describe Compulsion Games in one word, I would say passionate. I think everybody here is passionate about what they do. It's a place where we can have intense arguments that are ego-free.
There are a lot of different individuals on the team, a lot of different nationalities. We have, a good balance of gender, creative ambitions, and creative tastes on the team as well. But most of all, everyone that is here loves the games that we work on.